दिन ब दिन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होने जा रहा है। और एक यूनिकनेस है कि ये चीज बाकी कहां पर दिखाई नहीं दे रही है और वो हमें इतनी आसानी से मिल गई है। तो सबसे पहले तो थैंक्स हो ऊपर वाले का कि जिन्होंने इतने अच्छे बिजनेस में हमें एंट्री करने का मौका दिया और वो देखने का हमें दृष्टि दिया है। और लियो एज अ मेंटर, मैं आपको कहता हूं कि एक 3-4 मिनट उनका एक व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज होगा, नहीं तो उन्होंने छोटा सा वीडियो शूट करके भेजा होगा, तो उसमें इतना सारा मीनिंग रहता है ना, उसमें एक पूरा सेमिनार बन जाएगा, बिलीव मी। और सिर्फ मैसेज ही नहीं, कंटेंट तो अच्छा है ही, लेकिन इतनी बार हम लोग ये 2 मिनट का पढ़ेंगे या सुनेंगे ना, तो उसमें इतनी सारी चीजें होती है। और हम लोग बहुत ही फॉर्चुनेट है कि जिनको इतना सारा एक्सपीरियंस है लाइफ का। और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि हर एक इंसान ना लाइफ में विन होना चाहता है, लाइफ में जीतना चाहता है। और ये हमें बहुत ही अच्छा मौका मिला है कि ये बिजनेस एज अ टूल करके जो लाइफ से हमें चाहिए ना, वो हमें मिल सकता है। और ये सारी चीज ना, ऐसे कहते हैं ना कि विनर को ना एक माहौल चाहिए। विनर सब लोग है, अंदर सब में पोटेंशियल है, और जो हम करना चाहते हैं ना, सब लोग हम कर सकते हैं। सिर्फ वो माहौल मिलना चाहिए। हमारे बिजनेस में बोलते हैं प्लेटफॉर्म, तो सब कुछ रेडी है। और हमारे लिए सबके मेंटर अच्छे हैं, मैं किसी को ये नहीं कहता हूं, लेकिन हम बहुत फॉर्चुनेट है कि लियो जेसुडियन जैसे एक टीम मेंटर हमें मिले हैं। और पूरा 1 आवर, मैंने कहा था 2 मिनट के लिए इतना सारा हमें मिल जाता है। अभी मुझे वो दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं, तो अभी मैं मेरे वाणी को विश्राम देता हूं। और ये पूरा मीटिंग का कंट्रोल देने जा रहा हूं टीम एक्सट्रीम के मेंटर लियो जेसुडियन।
नमस्कार, गुड इवनिंग। इट हैज बीन अ लॉन्ग टाइम, काफी दिन गुजर चुके हैं, लेकिन दिवाली आया और फिर और बहुत मजा आ गया। इंडिया में काफी लोग सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे, तो ये अच्छा है। अभी ये हफ्ता यूएस में थैंक्सगिविंग है, थर्सडे को थैंक्सगिविंग है। हम मैसाचुसेट्स जा रहे हैं, जॉर्जिया से, हवाई जहाज में, अपने पानी के जहाज में नहीं। और वहां पर एक हफ्ता रहेंगे और हम वापस आ रहे हैं नेक्स्ट ट्यूसडे। तो नेक्स्ट ट्यूसडे जो हमारा मीटिंग है ना, वो सॉरी नहीं होने वाला है, क्योंकि हम एयर में रहेंगे, तो वो मीटिंग नहीं हो सकता है। हो सकता है कि हम उसके एक हफ्ते बाद कर सकते हैं, ये महीने के लिए, और आप नेक्स्ट वीक अपना मीटिंग रखिए। ऐसा कुछ एडजस्टमेंट कर सकते हो तो ठीक है, नहीं तो जब आप कहोगे हम अगले हफ्ते के बाद वो मीटिंग करेंगे, जो 50 नोज का मीटिंग है या जो भी है 30 नोज का मीटिंग है, वो हम करेंगे। तो आज मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं कि डेक्स्टर की बात मेरे दिमाग में है, लगातार। और यदि आप 100% मेंटर रखोगे, कोच नहीं, गुरु नहीं, मेंटर एक अलग सी चीज है। यदि आप मेंटर को आप अपनाओगे और रखोगे अपने जिंदगी में, तो वो मेंटर का बात जो है ना, वो आपके दिमाग से नहीं निकलेगा। तब आपको पता है कि वो सही मेंटर है, क्योंकि उसके बाद कभी आपके दिमाग से निकलेगा नहीं, और ना आप उसके बात को चैलेंज करोगे, क्योंकि वो मेंटर का बात जो है वो सही है, आपके दिल में सही है, आपके दिमाग में सही है, वो सही है जो कह रहे हैं। तो डेक्स्टर के साथ मेरा इतना रिलेशनशिप सॉलिड था, और भगवान ने वो दिया है मुझे। मैं आपको सच में बोलता हूं कि मेरा बिजनेस एक तिनका भी नहीं था, और ना है येगर के बिजनेस के मुताबिक। मैं तिनका भी नहीं था, तो फिर मेरे को कैसे डेक्स्टर येगर मिला मेंटरशिप? वो भगवान का कार्य है, इंसान का नहीं। डेक्स्टर क्राउन एम्बेसडर्स के साथ नहीं बैठता था और मेरे साथ बैठता था। ये अजीब सी बात है, और मैं उसको सीरियसली लिया। मुझे मालूम था कि ये भगवान ने मुझे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया है, और मैं इसको रिस्पेक्ट करूंगा, मैं इसको डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं करूंगा। और जो भी डेक्स्टर बोलता था मुझे, मैंने एक भी बार फीलिंग भी नहीं आया कि उसके लव्स को चैलेंज करूं, क्योंकि जो भी बोला वो मेरे दिमाग में बैठा, मेरे अकल में आ गया कि हाँ, वो दैट मेक सेंस, उसमें दम है, और मैं दिल में भी बैठ गया। कभी कभी दिमाग में चीज बैठती है, दिल में नहीं बैठती है, और इंसान गलती क्या करता है या करती है, दिमाग के साथ जाते हैं, क्योंकि दिमाग में वो बैठ रहा है ठीक तरह से, वाकई दिल में नहीं बैठ रहा है, और वो करेंगे, और वो गलत चीज है, क्योंकि दिमाग में बहुत सारे चीज बैठती है। दिमाग कभी कभी टेढ़ा है, उसको काबू में नहीं रखोगे ना तो वो भाग जाएगा, और आप उसकी पीछा करोगे। उसको काबू में रखना है, दिमाग को, दिल को मानो, और फिर दिमाग उसके काबू में आएगा। तब यदि आप अलाइनमेंट रखोगे ना, तो फिर आपका फ्यूचर सॉलिड रहेगा। तो मैंने डेक्स्टर को बहुत सुना है, लाइक एक एक दिन में करीब 20 घंटा, 18 घंटा एक दिन में। और एक भी लफ्ज नहीं बोला उसने जो मैं सोच रहा हूं शांति में, यार वो सही नहीं था जो डेक्स्टर ने बोला। एक भी ऐसा वक्त नहीं आया मेरे इंटरेक्शन में। और उसका फोकस क्या था? डेक्स्टर का फोकस एक ही चीज थी, दो नहीं, तीन नहीं। जैसे आप बुक्स पढ़ोगे, द 7 हैबिट्स ऑफ सक्सेसफुल पीपल, द 10 रूल्स of running a successful company, the 12 rules of having a good physique. क्या एक से बढ़ के एक। डेक्स्टर का सिर्फ एक रूल था, 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, not 7, not 10, not 12, not 15, not 20. हाँ, he had a 8-step pattern for success. But his one rule that commanded success was the dream. Only the dream. And अब मैं ना, अभी 2-3 साल होंगे फरवरी में, वो मर चुके हैं, और मैं उसकी बात मैं सोच रहा हूं कि मेरे जिंदगी में व्हाट वाज द ड्राइविंग फोर्स मेरे जिंदगी में। और आप भी सोचो, आपके जिंदगी में जब आप आगे बढ़ रहे हो, जब भी कोई भी समय आपकी जिंदगी में आप आगे बढ़ रहे थे, आपका फोकस क्या था? किस खुशी में आप आगे बढ़े? What was the focus to go forward in your life? Anytime. जब आप 15 साल के थे या 25 साल के थे या लास्ट ईयर या दिस ईयर, जब भी आपने कुछ सफलता पाई कोई भी चीज में, एनी एनवायरनमेंट, आपका फोकस क्या था? आपका फोकस था ड्रीम। आप कहोगे नो नो नो, लाइक मे बी संजय डोके, हेमलता इज अ डेंटिस्ट, संजय इज अ डॉक्टर सर्जन, कि हमारा फोकस ड्रीम नहीं था, हमारा फोकस था टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर। अरे वो तो ड्रीम है ना। जब आप अपने ड्रीम को फोकस में लेके आते हो, कोई इंसान पैदा नहीं हुआ, कोई कंपनी शुरू नहीं किया, कोई गवर्नमेंट चालू नहीं हुआ आपको रोकने के लिए। कोई भी नहीं, कोई भी नहीं। और मैंने सोचा कि डेक्स्टर द होल फोकस वाज ड्रीम 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 ड्रीम, लाइक इतना उसने ड्रीम के बारे में बात किया कि काफी बड़े पिन छोड़ के चले गए। क्योंकि क्या मालूम उन्होंने बोला कि डेक्स्टर थोड़ा बोरिंग है यार, जब भी उसको देखो वो ड्रीम के बारे में बात कर। इनफ ऑलरेडी, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट समथिंग न्यू। ये गलती हमारे क्रिश्चियनिटी में ना, जीसस के आने के पहले एक प्रॉफिट था, उसका नाम था आइजेया। और ये आइजेया जो प्रॉफिट था, प्रॉफिट बोले तो वो इंसान जो आगे देख सकता है जो होने वाला है, और वो लफ्ज बोली में बोल देगा कि ऐसा होने वाला है आगे, और होता ही है, नहीं तो वो प्रॉफिट नहीं है। वो ऐसा नहीं कह सकता कि अच्छा मुझे लगता है कि वैसे होने वाला है। नो, वो कहता है ऐसा होने वाला है, खबरदार ऐसा होने वाला है, ध्यान रखो ऐसा होने वाला है। वो बिल्कुल जबरदस्त बोल देता है, वो प्रॉफिट है। और जीसस जो है ना, आपको सब मालूम है कि जीसस कौन था। आप यदि यकीन करो या ना करो, दैट्स नॉट द पॉइंट। आपको मालूम है हिस्टोरिकली एक इंसान था जीसस, दैट्स अ फैक्ट, इट्स अ रजिस्टर्ड हिस्टोरिक फैक्ट दैट जीसस वाज अ पर्सन who lived and was born in Bethlehem, and everything is a fact, it's a recorded fact. So whether you believe Jesus or not, this prophet Isaiah ने बोला 632 साल पहले, उसके जन्म के पहले, कि ये इंसान आने वाला है। 632 साल पहले उसने बोला कि there will be a man who is from God, directly from God, who will be born of a virgin. Virgin क्यों? अबे बिना आदमी के साथ औरत रिलेशनशिप नहीं रखेगी तो बच्चा कैसे पैदा होने वाला है? नहीं होने वाला है, कभी हुआ नहीं है, एक बार हुआ है। और वो क्यों? क्योंकि वो बच्चा भगवान का डायरेक्ट बच्चा है, इंसान का नहीं। वो सिर्फ थ्रू, औरत के थ्रू आएगा, क्योंकि उसको इंसान बनना है। तो थिंक अबाउट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। मैं आपको समझा नहीं रहा हूं कि यू बिकम अ क्रिश्चियन एंड बिलीव इन दिस, बट ये जो इंसान है ना आइजेया, इसने बहुत बार बोला है 332 साल पहले, और लोग कह रहे हैं कि क्या बात कर रहा है बेवकूफ। लेकिन घबराते थे वो इस इंसान से, क्योंकि उसने राजा को बोला कि तुम ऐसा करोगे तो मार खाओगे, और राजा ने किया और मार खाया। फिर भाग के आया इसके पास कि गुरुजी अभी मैं क्या करूं? फिर कहता है ऐसा करो नहीं तो तुम और मार खाओगे। तो उसका ताव था उसके जमाने में वो बहुत पावरफुल इंसान था, लेकिन उसने अपना पावर को अब्यूज नहीं किया। उसने राजा को बोला, डोंट डू दैट, यू विल लूज इफ यू अटैक दैट आर्मी, डोंट डू इट। इसके मिलिट्री ने बोला, इसको अटैक करके ये ले लो, ये दूसरा कंट्री। तो ये आइज़ाया ने बोला राजा को, डोंट डू दैट, यू विल लूज एंड यू विल लूज half your military and you'll come back with your tail between your legs. God says don't do that. राजा ने बोला, मेरे जनरल्स को मालूम है, गया मार खाया, जैसे आइज़ाया ने बोला वैसे ही हुआ। फिर वो भाग के आया, कहता है वो व्हाट डू आई डू। तो वाकई बहुत लोग सोचते थे कि आइज़ाया कोई पागल इंसान है, ऐसा बात करता है, उठपटांग बात कर रहा है, लेकिन इतना सारा उसने बोला जो करंटली हुआ कि थोड़ा घबराहट होता था लोगों के दिल में कि क्या पता क्या पता। अब जितने भी नेता लोग हैं ना, आइज़ाया वाज अ नेता, राजा नहीं था, प्रॉफिट था, लेकिन नेता था, लीडर था। जो भी लीडर्स हैं ना, वो जो बात करेंगे ना, सही बात करेंगे कि गलत बात करेंगे, नेता है तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं, वो बात चलते रहेगी मरे तक। दैट्स अ ट्रू लीडर। यदि मैं लीडर हूं और आज मैं आपको ऐसा बोल रहा हूं और कल मैं कुछ और बोलूंगा और परसों मैं उसको और पलट के बोलूंगा, तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ लीडर एम आई? आई एम नॉट अ लीडर। तो अभी मैं आइज़ाया का कहानी क्यों बता रहा हूं आपको? क्योंकि आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट डेक्स्टर वाज लाइक दैट। एक बार उसने कुछ चीज बोला ना, उसने बदला नहीं, मरे तक। तो ड्रीम के बारे में उसने बात किया जब वो 25 साल का था, मरे तक उसने ड्रीम के बारे में बात किया। और 25 साल से पहले उसने ड्रीम को ही का पीछा किया, लेकिन बात नहीं किया, क्योंकि उन दिनों में उसको मालूम नहीं था कि बात लोगों को सिखाना। पहले खुद मैं बनाऊंगा, तब मैं लोगों को सिखाऊंगा, और खुद सक्सेसफुल नहीं था, 25 साल का था तब, तो वो किसी को बोलता नहीं था, लेकिन ही फॉलोड दैट प्रिंसिपल ऑफ चेसिंग द ड्रीम। अब मैं आपको कह रहा हूं कि मैंने ये बात को अच्छी तरह से समझा, एंड आई स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एट माय लाइफ। आई एम ऑल्सो सक्सेसफुल, आई एम नॉट अ क्राउन एम्बेसडर in the Amway business, but I'm very successful. And मैंने सोचा कि what makes Leo successful? बचपन में मैं जैसे आप थे, मैं था, बहुत सारे बच्चे मेरे से बहुत आगे तेज थे दिमाग में। मैं आफ्टर 6th ग्रेड तक मैं पहली आया क्लास में। I was number 1, first in class, 6 ग्रेड तक, 6 कक्षा तक। उसके बाद top 5 and then Gisco top 10. More like 8, 9 or 10. मैं top 5 में कभी नहीं आया, and number 1 तो आया ही नहीं। and जब मैं कॉलेज ग्रेजुएट किया, 2nd division, not even 1st division, no distinction. I had distinctions in English and one subject. English did not count because physics, chemistry, math, English is just a subject. It does not count in your degree. So English I got distinction because I was good in English, and mathematics में distinction लिया, physics and chemistry में no. क्यों नहीं? दिमाग है? हाँ जरूर है, भगवान ने दिया ना, आपको दिया, मुझे भी दिया है, तो क्यों नहीं डिस्टिंक्शन, क्यों नहीं टॉप ऑफ द क्लास? क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट वो वेरिड बोले तो मल्टीपल इंटरेस्ट। आई वॉज अ परफॉर्मर, आई वॉज एन एथलीट, आई वॉज अ स्टूडेंट बॉडी प्रेसिडेंट, थोड़ा पॉलिटिक्स, थोड़ा आर्ट, थोड़ा एथलेटिक्स, थोड़ा पढ़ाई, और फिर द नंबर वन डिस्ट्रैक्शन, लड़की का पीछा करना। बिकॉज आई वॉज अ हेल्थी मेल। मैं झूठ नहीं बोलने वाला हूं आपको, वी आर ऑल अडल्ट्स। और जो भी माँ आदमी है, औरत है, खेल मत खेलो मेरे साथ, मुझे सब मालूम है, आप भी थे मेरे जैसे। हो सकता है आपने एक्ट नहीं किया, लेकिन दिमाग आपकी चलती थी धनाधन। तो मैंने अपना दिमाग जो चल रहा था, मैंने एक्चुअली एक्ट किया। तो इतना सारा वैरायटी ऑफ थिंग्स कर रहे थे, तो डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं मिला, फर्स्ट डिवीजन नहीं मिला, मुझे कोई परवाह नहीं था। आई डिड नॉट केयर, आई वाज लिविंग एंड chasing my dream. And that was I was from 15, 16 years old doing that. And that's why Dexter और मैं एक जैसे थे। वाकई वो क्राउन एम्बेसडर नंबर 1 इन द वर्ल्ड और मैं कुछ नहीं। बट ऑन द अदर साइड, मैं जीरो से मैंने खुद का धन बनाया। तो दैट इज फैंटास्टिक। और वो भी कौन से कंट्री में? नंबर 1 country in the world for business. There is nothing else better. And in that country where the competition is fierce and global, हमने भी बनाया। और क्या था? सपने का पीछा। One thing only. Everything else is by the way. Also. लेकिन फोकस था one thing. The dream, the dream, the dream, the dream. And डेक्स्टर ने पूरी दुनिया को सिखाया जो सीखने के लिए तैयार थे कि आप अपना सपना का पीछा करो और आपकी जिंदगी बेहतरीन बनेगी, बन सकेगी नहीं, बनेगी। और वो एक चीज बहुत सारे इंसानों ने फोकस दिया और निकाल दिया। उन्होंने निकाल दिया अपना खुद का सफलता। और ऐसा सफलता निकाला उन्होंने, डेक्स्टर के मिलने के पहले उनका जिंदगी बिलो एवरेज, डेक्स्टर के मिलने के बाद उनका जिंदगी नॉट अबव एवरेज, बेहतरीन। तो मैसेज इज परफेक्ट। लेकिन कोई लोग सोचे कि यार ये आदमी एक ही चीज के बारे में बात करता है, लाइफ इज सो मच, व्हाई ओनली फोकस ऑन वन थिंग, ड्रीम ड्रीम ड्रीम। बट एंड वो चले गए, बोर हो गए, और हर एक का फुल पोटेंशियल नहीं आया। हाँ, वाकई वो सक्सेसफुल थे, लेकिन फुल पोटेंशियल नहीं आया। क्यों? क्योंकि उन्होंने जो एक चीज है, जो फोकस आपने देना है, वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो गए। एंड डिस्ट्रैक्शन प्रिवेंट्स full potential. Distraction sometimes prevents success, but when you're successful, distraction prevents full potential. And I don't know, मैं आपको नहीं जानता हूं, लेकिन मैं कोई इंसान एक दूसरे इंसान को सही तरह से नहीं जानते। जो डीप इनसाइड है, वो आपका मर्द या पत्नी या बच्चे या पेरेंट्स नहीं जानते, जो सही डीप थॉट्स हैं आपके अंदर। तो मैं आपको नहीं जानता हूं, लेकिन मैं अपने को तो जानता हूं ना। और मैं आपको कहता हूं कि यदि आप मुझे कहोगे, डू यू वांट अ गुड लाइफ और डू यू वांट अ फुल पोटेंशियल लाइफ, मैं आपको बिना सोचे जवाब दूंगा, आई वांट अ फुल पोटेंशियल लाइफ। I am not interested in just a good life. I want a full potential life. Full potential. अब full potential के साथ कभी-कभी challenges आती है. Good life, sometimes not much challenge. Full potential life, always challenge. लेकिन मुझे full potential life चाहिए, not a good life. I don't worry about a good life. I want a fantastic life with full potential and challenges. Let's go. मुझे खेल खेलना है. मुझे बैठ के दूसरों का खेल नहीं देखना है. मुझे खुद खेल खेलना है. I want to play. I don't want to watch the game. I want to play. Full potential plays. Does not sit and watch. आप क्रिकेट देखते हो? मैं क्रिकेट नहीं देखता हूं. मैं बॉक्सिंग नहीं देखता हूं. मैं बॉक्सर था, मुझे बॉक्सिंग बहुत पसंद है. मैं बॉक्सिंग नहीं देखता हूं. मैं आपको नहीं कह रहा हूं क्रिकेट मत देखो, लेकिन मैं अपनी बात बोल रहा हूं. I don't watch sports. Why don't I watch sports? I want to be in the game. And my game is right now life, not sports. Sports was when I was in college. I'm not interested in sports right now. Do I like sports? Yes. Do I occasionally watch like a big game? Yes. But I don't watch every game. It's a waste of my time. No, not interested. Do I like sports? Yes. But I like my game better than that game. I'm playing my game. Full potential. I'm solving my challenges. I'm looking at my fastball coming at me in my life. आपके लाइफ में fastball आ रहा है, आप दूसरे का खेल देख रहे हो, bowled out. जब fastball आ रहा है, या leg spin आ रहा है, या off spin आ रहा है, या googly आ रहा है, आप गेंद को देखो. दूसरे का खेल मत देखो, आप खुद का गेंद को देखो जो आ रहा है तेरी ओर, और उसको कस के लगाओ. मस्त. लोग क्या करते हैं? दूसरा खेल देख रहे हैं, गेंद आ रही है, बोल्ड आउट, कह रहे हैं यार कमाल है, कैसा क्या यार, लाइफ इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, ये वो. नो, पे अटेंशन टू योर गेम. एंड योर गेम इज फोकस. क्या है आपका गेंद? क्या है? इज द गेंद द रियल थिंग? नो. If you talk to Tendulkar, I talk to Tendulkar. Some of you know, I was on the same plane. He was on the window seat and I was on the aisle seat. I told you this story, some of you. I talked to Tendulkar from Delhi to Nagpur when he was a young cricket player. In the year 2000, 21 years ago, I talked to Tendulkar. And if you talk to Tendulkar, Tendulkar looked at the ball. He knew what was coming. He was one of the best batsmen in his time. But what made Tendulkar so successful? The dream, not the ball, not the bat. The dream made him that successful. Focus on the dream and look at the ball coming at you. Don't look at other people's games. Now, every once in a while, look at a good game. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be that rigid कि आपको मजा ही नहीं आ रहा है जिंदगी में. ऐसा नहीं रहना. मैं major games watch करता हूँ. Like World Cup football. I like to watch. मैं football खेलता था. I like to watch World Cup. Not all the games before the World Cup. No, not interested. Too much waste of time. But the main game, I'll watch. If it's a very important final cricket, I can watch. If it's a Super Bowl football, American football, Super Bowl, I'll watch. If it's the World Series for baseball, I'll watch. If it's the World Championship for NBA, National Basketball Association, I'll watch. But not log yani ki, hey, let's get together. No, I'm busy. What are you doing? I'm watching the game. Kamal hai. What game is it? Just a regular game, season game. मैं नहीं. No. Reason is I focus on the dream even when I was young. And that is what Dexter says. And I realized that what he says, I did without him saying. I was doing that. Chasing the dream. सपनों का पीछा करना is the number one thing you could possibly do in your life. Number one thing. But that is a problem. बहुत सारे लोग ना, आपके माता पिता, आपके टीचर्स, मेरे माता पिता, मेरे टीचर्स, सोसाइटी, मेरे दोस्त, आपके सहेली आपको मना करेंगे, कहेंगे देखो आप जो कह रहे हो it sounds very good, but really na, focus on your job. That is what is bringing you the money to live, to pay your bills, आपके बच्चों का कपड़ा लत्ता. That is what is important. Focus on that. You see, job is important. And I'm not telling you not to focus on your job. Because it is paying for your children, it's paying for you, it's paying for your vacations, it's paying for your car, your house, your food and clothing and vacation. Okay. I focus on your job. But you see, a human being was made for more than a career. भगवान ने आपको बनाया, बहुत बड़ा बनाया. आपका दिमाग इतना अमेजिंग चीज है कि वो सिर्फ एक जॉब के लिए नहीं बनाया है. Sorry, I don't accept. And if you accept, I feel sorry for you. मुझे खराब लगता है कि आप इतना छोटा सोचते हो कि आपका दिमाग आपके करियर के लिए बनाया गया है. No, आपका दिमाग आपके करियर के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके सपनों के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके पति या पत्नी के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके बच्चों के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके बहनों और भाइयों के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके माँ बाप और अंकल आंट्स एंड ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के लिए बनाया गया है, आपके ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन के लिए बनाया गया है और सोसाइटी के लिए बनाया गया है. आपका दिमाग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीजों के लिए बनाया गया है, सिर्फ आपके करियर के लिए नहीं. और आपका दिल आपका दिमाग को कंट्रोल करता है यदि आप उसको लाइन में रखोगे तो. यदि आप अपने दिमाग को फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी दोगे, then you will live working for somebody else and never realize your dream. Never. You'll realize a good life. कभी-कभी दिमाग आपको अच्छा जिंदगी दे सकता है, लेकिन बेहतरीन नहीं मिलेगी आपको, फुल पोटेंशियल नहीं मिलेगी आपको यदि आप अपने दिमाग को अपने दिल का सेकेंडरी चीज बनाओ और आपके दिल को नंबर 1 बनाओ और सही चीज करो जो भगवान आपको सिखाता है, नॉट जो आदमी और औरत कहता है. बहुत सारे लोग हैं और मैं भी एक इंसान हूं उनके जैसे, जो बात में बहुत अच्छे हैं. बहुत सारे लोग हैं दुनिया में, बात बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, लेकिन जब इंग्लिश में एक कहावत है, when the dust settles, डस्ट बोले तो कचरा. जब कचरा बैठती है ना, when the dust settles, that means everything is calm, shanti. Then what is more important when the dust settles? आपका दिल is connected to God. That is when everything is calm. Where is your heart? और किस डायरेक्शन में जुड़ा हुआ है आपका दिल? यदि आपका दिल सही जुड़ा हुआ है एंड आपका दिल नंबर 1 है, आपका दिमाग नंबर 2 है, तब आप फुल पोटेंशियल जियोगे. challenges आएगी जरूर, but challenges are to be worked out by human beings. We know how to handle challenges. अभी पेंडेमिक आके गया है, काफी लोग मरे, मैं भी बहुत क्लोज आया, बहुत सारे लोग को नहीं मालूम है, डॉक्टर डोके को मालूम है क्या हुआ. And understand, those who died, fantastic. आप कहोगे कमाल है यार, वो बेचारा मर गया और आप कह रहे फैंटास्टिक. अरे यार, स्वर्ग धरती से अच्छा है, तो जाने में क्या दिक्कत है? What's the problem? यदि मैं मरा तो that's fantastic. मैं गया ना स्वर्ग आपसे पहले. बट नर्क भी एक चीज है. आप नर्क जा सकते हो, जरूर जा सकते हो, मैं भी जा सकता हूँ, लेकिन मैं अपना स्वर्गीय रास्ता को मैं प्रिपेयर अच्छे से किया है ताकि मैं नरक ना जाऊं. गलती होती है, लेकिन जानबूझ के हम जरा बच के रहते हैं ताकि हमारा रास्ता, स्वर्ग का रास्ता इज नाइस एंड क्लियर, क्योंकि हमारा दिल कनेक्टेड है और भगवान सब कुछ माफी देगा आपको, एक चीज को नहीं देगा. यदि आप उसको नहीं मानोगे तो नहीं माफी मिलेगी, और सब चीज को माफी देगा. बट इफ यू डोंट बिलीव इन हिम, you're out. So I believe, मेरा दिल कनेक्टेड है, तो जितना मेरे से गलती होती है वो माफी मिलती है. And I will connect my path to Swarg. So, full potential, you have the ability. God has given you the ability to overcome challenges, to resolve strife, to resolve problems, to solve problems. Resolve is to solve. Solve problems. Don't be afraid. कभी घबराओ मत. मैं रोज बाइबल पढ़ता हूं और बाइबल में लिखा है, जब मैं हूं आपके साथ कौन आपको रोक सकता है? अब मेरे को नहीं मालूम है कि आपको, आपका बिलीफ सिस्टम क्या है, लेकिन मैं आपको कहता हूं अपने दिल से कि who do you want supporting you? A पहलवान, a country, or भगवान? I want भगवान. पहलवान की ऐसी की तैसी, कंट्री की ऐसी की तैसी, I want भगवान to support me. I'm good. I don't care about पहलवान, ये वो, I don't care. I want you to think like that. Possibly there is a chance for you to think like that. कि मैं भी ऐसा बनूंगा. Now that does not mean मैं पहलवान को के मुंह पे थूकने के लिए तैयार हूं. No. I will respect the pehलवान, I'll respect the government, I'll do everything, I'll follow the rules and regulations. But my strength comes from God, not from the government, not from the pehलवान, not from me. And if you align yourself and make your heart number one and your mind number two, your mind is very smart, but it will run this way, that way, if you don't put it behind your heart. The heart is in front of the mind. Then you will chase your dream and live a full potential, unbelievable life. And I want you, it's not late. It is not late. Dreams can happen in a few years. Dreams that you think are impossible can happen in a few years. It's not late. ऐसा मत बोलो, I wish I was younger, Leo, when you know, and you talk to me like this when I was younger. No, now is your right time. 5 years from now, whoever is on this is their right time. It's everybody's right time every day. I was listening to church online. We go to church online. After COVID, we go to church online, and now we are on the boat. We go to church online. We still attend the church in Massachusetts online. And the pastor, the pandit, जैसे आप बोलते हैं ना, आपके टेम्पल में पंडित है, तो हमारे गिरजा में pastor है. The pastor said yesterday, Sunday, that first you have to believe in God completely. You have to believe in God first, number one. Okay, everybody knows that. Otherwise, we would not be attending church if we didn't believe, right? We would find something else to do. That's fun. Why we give up everything to attend church? Because we believe. So the pastor was telling us, and we already know, first you got to believe in God. Okay. Sometimes you have to hear the same thing again and again. Okay, I heard it. I'm fine. Then he said something that I know, that maybe you know, but a lot of people don't know. He says, and then every day you have to renew your belief. Every day you have to renew your belief. You get up in the morning and renew your belief. It's not like, oh, I believe, like, 25 years ago when I was a little boy, I realized that there is a God and I believe in God. And after that, I'm okay. No. Every day you get up and you renew your belief in God. Wow, that's a good thing. Now, I have done that every day. But many people don't do that. And they're not bad people. वो खराब लोग नहीं है, वो सही है. लेकिन एक ये चीज जो है ना, ये स्टेप, ये जो कदम है, इसको एलिमिनेट कर देते हैं, तो उनका जिंदगी ऑप्टिमल नहीं है. और फिर वो सोचते हैं, कमाल है यार, मैं भगवान को मानता हूं और कुछ हो नहीं रहा मेरे जिंदगी में. अब एक चीज है, यदि आप भगवान को मानोगे, उसका मतलब आपके जिंदगी में चैलेंजेस नहीं है, वैसा नहीं है. चैलेंजेस होगी, लेकिन भगवान आपको सहायता देगा टू ओवरकम द चैलेंजेस, so that you can help others when they have that challenge. आपको किस खुशी में भगवान सहायता दे रहा है? ताकि आप दूसरों को दो जो भगवान को नहीं जानते हैं. Some people don't know that there is a real God, not some mental thing. Some people don't know that. They're like, yeah, I know there is a superpower that has created all this stuff, but I don't believe in, like, I know there is a power, but mujhe nahi mano. So for them, you have to help them. You and I have to help them, because they're not bad people. They just don't know that there is a real powerful God that's working every day in our lives. Every time a farmer, किसान जो पौधा डालता है जमीन में, बहुत काम करता है किसान, लेकिन वो पौधा उगता कैसा है? किसान के द्वारा या भगवान के द्वारा? तो भगवान रोज काम कर रहा है आपके जिंदगी में और मेरे जिंदगी में. लेकिन कोई लोग सोचते हैं कि that is just nature. Yeah, okay, good. But you and I know that is not nature, that is भगवान. And मेरे जिंदगी में, like, it's more than just उगावing पौधा to eat food. मेरे जिंदगी में, like, real things have happened that are so amazing that I cannot believe they happened. तो मुझे मालूम है. But chase your dream and you will realize what a life you can have. And Dexter focused on dream, Marita. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm already doing it, but I'm renewing my belief in my dream. And मैं आपको एक चीज बोलता हूं. This is a little complicated, but please try to understand. Don't dismiss me. This is important. Do not mentally dismiss me, please, for a little while. Okay? The issue here is chasing your dream. And it sounds pretty simple, but it's very hard to do, because you have to understand, is your dream your dream, or is it a dream that God gave you? What is it? It is your dream, as in it is specific to you. But you did not give yourself that dream. God gave you that dream. Because you see, why is everybody's dream not the same? Everybody's dream is to live a better life. But when you get down to the specifics, everybody's dream is different. Husbands and wives' dreams are not the same. Your children's dreams are not yours. And you cannot instill dreams in your children. They have their own. So understand, who gives these dreams? You see, there is no such thing as a bad individual. There's no such thing as a bad person. There's no such thing as a good person. We are neutral. So what makes a human being bad and what makes a human being good? I'll tell you. And this is the part, don't dismiss me mentally. Hear this so you can think about it. Don't make a decision right now. Just think about what I'm saying. Who makes a person bad and who makes a person good? Because we are neutral. We are not bad. We're not good. So then what makes us bad and what makes us good? God gave us free will. What does free will mean? Choice, free choice. You have free choice. I have free choice. Everybody has free choice. Every human has free choice. Animals don't have free choice. Animals don't have free choice. Not one animal has free choice. They just exist and they eat to live. They fight to live, to survive, and then they live and die. But humans have free will because God gave you and me free will. Here is where science does not stand a chance in the creation of the universe. You can hypothesize and theorize all day long. But who gives you and me free will? God gave us free will. And he says it in the beginning, in the book of Genesis. Genesis is the beginning. And in the book of Genesis, it says, I gave you free will. Now, so how do I become bad or how do I become good? Because I'm neutral. It's my choice. And there's only two sources of information. There is no information from you. There is no information from me. There is only two sources of original information. God and the devil. Now humor me, don't dismiss me mentally. Just listen to this and think about it. You don't have to agree or disagree right now. Just think about it. There's two sources of information. God and the devil. Now there are some things you and I don't have the right to know. You know, like they say in the government. In the government, you ask your superior. Let's say I'm a colonel in the army. And I ask the brigadier general. I say, sir, why is this way? And he says, that's a need to know question. And you don't need to know. That means if you needed to know, we would give you the answer, but you don't. It's beyond your jurisdiction. So you don't need to know. You won't get an answer for that. And that is going on all through government, all through society, in your company. If there is a senior, like the board of directors and the vice president asks a question, he doesn't sit on the board. He says, that's the need to know question. It's beyond your purview. Sorry, you don't need to know. So there are some things you and I don't need to know as per God's decision. Now, here's a question that I have that I don't need to know the answer. I have a question. God, why did you make the devil? Why did you make the devil? You were all good on your own. And then you made this fool. And he's giving us this bloody headache. He says, do this. It's very tasty. And then I get cancer. He says, do this and it's very good for your income. And I go to jail because I stole the money because it was good. Nobody was looking. He's always controlling and making us feel like we should do what he wants us to do. And everything that you want us to do is difficult. Why you did this? That's my question to God. And the answer is, it's beyond your purview. You don't get an answer. And I'm saying the same thing to you. So if you say, अरे दो लोग हैं, भगवान और शैतान, और वो ही इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं और कोई नहीं देता है, तो कमाल है यार, शैतान को क्यों बनाया भगवान ने? अब ये आंसर मैं नहीं दे सकता हूं, and I don't even want the answer, man. I'm just going with what the facts are. The fact is that there's a devil and there's God. And if I choose the devil's information, I'm going to be a bad person. If I choose God's information, I'm going to be a good person. But I'm only choosing. I'm not a bad person or a good person. I'm only choosing. Only choice is my strength, my game. My game is only choice. Every time you make a decision, you have a choice. And you make a good decision, you're going with God, and you long term, it is fantastic. You make a bad decision, you go with the devil. Sometimes short term, he gives you a lot of fun stuff. बड़ा मजा आएगा. And you're like, ये भी सही है, लेकिन मार खाओगे जब खाओगे ना तो जबरदस्त मार खाओगे. So understand, you and I only have choice. You say, what about the singers and songwriters who write songs? Isn't that an original? No, it's not an original. Comes from God or the devil. If the song is filthy and ugly and nasty, it's the devil. And if the song is fantastic and really joyous and has a lot of good meaning, it's from God. The songwriter gets inspiration from God. Movies get inspiration from God. Science gets inspiration from God. Everything on earth and the universe is an inspiration from God or an inspiration from the devil. And all we can do is choose. So my advice to you today is this. Chase your dream. Sapna ka picha karo. Make the right choices as much as you possibly can. You will make mistakes. You will fall short. It's okay. Main kaun hu? I have no reason to judge you. Nobody has the right to judge. God says, it's up to me to judge, not you. So we are not going to judge each other. You make a mistake, I make a mistake, right? Humans are that way. We're not perfect. If we were perfect, we'd be God. And we're definitely not God, so we're not perfect. So I encourage you to chase your dreams, to put your heart first and your mind second, and keep your mind alive. Read, attend, associate, and keep that mind going forward in a positive way, as in choose the right message. Don't choose the wrong message, because the wrong message makes you a bad person. The right message makes you a good person. So keep your heart number one, your mind number two. Don't disrespect your mind. Feed it the good choice information, and understand that you are going to make choices every day, multiple times a day, and it all affects your life. Everything affects your life and your future and your children's life and the children's children's life. So take every decision. Don't get tied up in knots. Now, I'll give you a little bit of help. How do I make the right decision? Sometimes the wrong decision seems right, and the right decision seems wrong. So how do I do it? Very simple. God has an open channel for communication. It's called prayer. Don't pray for money. Don't pray for a car. Don't pray for a house. Don't pray for money for your daughter's wedding. Pray for wisdom to make the right choices, and everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. So my advice to you, ladies and gentlemen, सपना का पीछा करो, दिल को आगे रखो, दिमाग को सेकंड रखो, दिमाग को रिस्पेक्ट दो, उसको बढ़ाओ, और चॉइसेस, सही चॉइसेस का डिसीजन लो. और यदि आपको दिक्कत होगी डिसीजन में, क्योंकि दोनों में कंफ्यूजन है, तो भगवान को प्रार्थना करो. पैसे के लिए नहीं, घर के लिए नहीं, गहने के लिए नहीं, वेकेशंस के लिए नहीं, गाड़ी के लिए नहीं, सिर्फ सही डिसीजन, विजडम के लिए. एंड फिर देखो, नजारा देखो, जो लोगों के जिंदगी में नहीं हो सकता है, आपके जिंदगी में 2-3 साल में हो जाएगा. जो पूरी जिंदगी में लोग अचीव नहीं कर सकते हैं, आप थक से अचीव कर सकते हो. Shortcut. So with that, I'll turn it over to whoever is in charge.
लियो, वापी की याद आ गई. हमारा पूरा फैमिली रियूनियन के बाद जो लास्ट आखिरी दिन स्पिरिचुअल सेशन जो होता था, वो पूरा हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया. थैंक यू लियो.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been a pleasure to be associated with you for so many years and having a relationship with you. You know, God has put us together.
सही में. अब आने से पहले मैं वही बोल रहा था कि हमें लाइफ में जितना चाहिए, ये बिजनेस तो एक टूल है और उसके जरिए लियो हमें मिला है. क्या बात है.
मैं सिर्फ मैसेंजर हूँ.
वही भगवान के थ्रू हमें आप मिले हो. हम बहुत फॉर्चुनेट है और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. अभी जिसको कुछ बात करना है वो करो.
सुरेश जी.
Thank you, Leo. We learned a lot of things today. हर दिन, हर मंडे आप लोग है ना, आपने कुछ नया जिंदगी में सिखाता है. Thank you, Leo.
You're welcome, Suresh.
जैसा शरद ने कहा, फैमिली रियूनियन की याद आ रही है. मंडे मॉर्निंग सेशन, संडे मॉर्निंग सेशन, जो हम मंडे इवनिंग को ले रहे.
Thank you for the wisdom. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
अभी कोई म्यूज़िक की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कोई डांस फ्लोर की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इन दिस शॉर्ट टाइम you get done everything through us.
I would encourage you to have music and dance, but remember what really is important in your life. And what's important in your life is your dream, which is God-given. It's not you, because all good things come from God. All bad things come from the devil. Your dream is not a bad thing. Unless your dream is to kill your neighbor and take his house, it's not a bad thing. So if it's a good thing, it's coming from God. So the dream comes from God. Chase it and ask God for help, and put your heart before your mind and feed your mind good stuff. Those are choices. Make good choices. Ask help if you've got problems with making a decision. And I promise you, your life will be fantastic. And then when you die on your deathbed, you won't feel like, yaar, काफी चीज रह गए जो मैं करने वाला था जो नहीं हुआ. You'll be happy. And I think that's what is good. So I think that's all good.
That's fantastic. Cyrus, you would like to talk something?
Yes, sir. I want to ask something. First of all, thank you very much, Leo. It's a mind-blowing session, and not this one. The previous one also. You are always training our minds. It's fantastic. So I want to ask one thing. In one of our previous session, you have told that in your diamond qualification, there are very few minutes, and Tiffany has taken all the time, and you have got very little time to speak over there on the stage, and you have given some statement which they have recorded and they have printed it somewhere like that. A particular statement which is you told that very important than the speeches of the diamond. So, sir, I don't know what was that statement. I would like to know what was that statement in your diamond qualification.
Okay. First of all, that was when we went emerald, not diamond. We were not in diamond qualification. We have been in diamond qualification. We've also been in EDC qualification. But that was in emerald qualification. I mean, we were not qualification. We were brand new emeralds, and we were speaking on stage in front of 20,000 people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I had very little time.
Yes.
So my message was very short because Tiff took all the time. And my message was very short, and I don't remember my message. But at the end, and the clock was running down, and I know from speaking that you don't run past the clock, because that is disrespecting the whole organization, not just, my upline or my downline, but the entire group. So the clock was running down, and I finished my very short statement of and I'll even tell you what I told them. I went and I asked this woman there was a stage, and then like rock and roll people have a runway where they come into the audience. There's like a 40-foot runway that you can come from the stage, and you're still on stage, and it goes into the middle of the audience. So the Philadelphia auditorium was so big that they had a runway for like a rock and roll show. So Tiffany was talking at the podium, and she took the time, and then I got the mic and I went into the audience, right 40 feet into the audience. And I looked down and I asked this woman, and this is the message. This is important. I'm glad you asked me, Cyrus. It's coming back to me. I asked the woman, I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, how long have you been in the business?" And so she said, 3 months. And I couldn't hear her well because there was lots of cheering and stuff. 20,000 people make a lot of noise. But she said 3 months. I read her lips, and she said like this. So I said, "Excellent." I said, "Can you keep it down? I want to hear her." I said, "I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to answer me honestly. Before joining the business, what laundry detergent did you use?" So she says, "I used all, ALL." So I said, "Great." I said, "Did you like it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Anything on the market in today's competitive world is good. So I cannot say all is not good. It is a polluter, and SA8 is not a polluter, but it's a good laundry detergent. And frankly, before I joined the Amway business, I too used a different detergent." So I said, "Good." I said, "But one thing I want to ask you, does all know your name?" She said, "No." I said, "Does all know your last name?" She said, "No." I said, "Does all know your husband's name?" She said, "No." I said, "Does all know your husband's last name?" She said, no. I said, does all know where you live? She says, absolutely not. I said, does all know even if you live? She said, no. I said, well, let's say it knows my first name, knows my last name, knows my wife's first name, knows my last name. They know where I live and they send me a check.
Yes, yes.
That's all I could say. And then I said, so ladies and gentlemen, let's take this business, take it to the max. I said, repeat after me, take it to the max. They said, 20,000 people said, take it to the max. I said, take it to the max. They said, take it to the max. I said, I did that like 5 or 6 times and the place was screaming. And the name of the tape was Take It to the Max.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Leo. Thank you.
Anybody else? I mean, anybody can ask a question, you know, don't feel shy. We are family. Anybody. You don't have to be a leader, a pin. Let me tell you something. When I was at 0 PV, when I joined, I was a leader. I just didn't have PV. So you can be a leader without any PV. Don't worry about it. If you have a question, if you have something to say, please speak up. It's good.
Hello, hi Leo.
Yes,
Am I audible?
you are absolutely audible. I can hear you loud and clear.
Nice. Hi, so myself, Dr. Harsha, I'm an ophthalmologist. I just wanted to say, you know, what you're saying that, you know, you have to have dreams and how to pursue your dreams. That should be your ultimate aim. I just want to understand, you know, what is that phase when how you deal with the frustration that when you're dreaming something, but you're not achieving, you know, that is something. And then that is where the people actually get back off, you know, we really want something, even if it is a, whatever, it's emotional dream or any kind of dream. You're trying to achieve it, but you don't get it. And because of that, lots of things in your life, there are many materialistic, many other responsibilities and everything. How to deal with that frustration and gap? Because you don't know when your dream is going to come true.
Very, very good question, Harsha. I'm impressed with the fact that you're thinking so deliberately and coming up with this amazing question. It's a fantastic question. Are you new?
No, sir, I'm not new.
Okay.
It's
So
been
this is
1
a
year
good
now, I'm
question.
listening to you. Yeah.
This is a very good question. And the answer to this is, I'm going to give you the details and understand one thing. It might not be the answer you're looking for, but it is the answer, okay? Oftentimes, we as humans like a certain answer that is simplified and it's not the answer we're looking for, but this is the answer and I'm going to answer it from my heart. God wants to give you success, but he does not give you success immediately. And the reason is this. Have you ever encountered a person who was born in a rich family, a boy or a girl? When you encounter them, they're good people. They're born in a good family, very wealthy family. But the point is that they have no character. You see, they are very flimsy. They're very spoiled. They don't have any character. They have nothing to offer you in terms of real depth. Why do we not like rich people's children who don't have character? Because humans like character and they listen to other humans who have character. For you to lead people in this business, you have to have the character developed in this business. And character is only developed with adversity. Character is not developed with everything going well. If everything goes well, you will have no character. You'll just be successful. You won't be able to help anybody. And as a leader, you have to help people. Now, this is not something you want to hear, but it's the truth. You have to go through unbelievable struggles in order to be victorious. The struggle comes before the victory, never the other way around. You don't get victory and then start struggles. Struggle and then victory. And you must struggle. Now, you're an ophthalmologist, which means that you're a doctor, an eye doctor. You have gone through a lot of challenges to get your degree and become a professional. I agree. So have I. I've gone through all kinds of challenges to reach success at my level. But I'm now what I would consider a new boater. I'm new at boating. And what does that mean? I'm starting a new thing. I got a boat 4 years ago. It was a 31-foot boat. And we took it out on the weekend here, there, and everywhere. We spent the weekend on it, and we did this and we did that. And we got acclimatized to driving a boat with the current and the wind and the, fact that it has no brakes. So you have to learn how to stop it just by thrust and stuff like that. So it's a skillful thing to do, to drive a boat. Okay. So we learned on the 31-footer, and then I bought this 52-foot boat, which is not only big, it's also 3 levels high. So I consider myself a new boater. Now, for me to be a new boater, I have to go through the struggles. Just because I was successful as a businessman and successful in chasing my dream and doing this and doing that and in real estate and in many other ventures, in the restaurant business, in the retail business, in clothing business, in the music business. When I got into boating, I started from ground zero. And that is something we don't like to accept. I'm like, hey, I should be at a higher level coming into boating. Well, guess what? There were 20-year-olds who could dance around me in their boat, and I couldn't do that. It humbled me, and it's given me character. And now I'm getting very good, and I can help people in the boating business. I can tell them things that I never knew, but I went through so much that I now understand. So you're going to have to go through that. And that's why success seems like it's not happening. That is God's way of putting you through the struggles to find out, A, do you really want the results, or are you just playing? And B, to give you character so that when you do reach a position of success and leadership, you can help other people who require you to help them. There's a saying in our business, there are people who will only learn from you and nobody else. I pray you know what to tell them, because they will not learn from anybody else. They are given to you to teach. And so you have to go through the struggles and the difficulties and achieve the success so that you can teach those people who are going to only learn from you. If you don't teach them, they won't learn. They'll just go away. So I hope I haven't made it any easy for you, Harsha, but I hope I've given you some.
I know. No, you always give this long way. There is no shortcut. That is ultimately what you always tell. I always come with the hope that you will tell some shortcuts, and it is never there. You always lengthen that way.
Harsha,
No,
I have one message for you.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Don't
Yeah,
go.
sure, sir.
And you
Sure.
will win. I promise you. Just stay with us and learn and struggle, and you will win, because you're a winner.
Thank you. Sure. I will stay. No doubt.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone
Thank
else?
you.
अरे जल्दी, ये लियो नहीं बात कर रहे हैं, ये ऊपर वाला ही बात कर रहा है. सब ब्लेसिंग ले लो और जो कुछ चाहिए ना मांग लो अभी. This is the right time.
Hi Leo, Amit Sethi is new to this team, and if he wants to talk something, he can.
Yes, please.
Amit Sethi.
You have to turn your microphone on, Amit.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have a question in mind. Like when chasing your dreams, someone will have an expectation of, like, say, flying business class, or a person might have that expectation or dream of flying business class, but then you you have an option of choosing economy as well to save money. So there is a clash between our dreams and saving money. So how should we choose what we need to choose?
I'll tell you, I've got the right answer for you, my friend. Okay. Answer me one thing, and answer in rupees. Okay, not in foreign currency. How much money can you, Amit, spend where you don't even care? It's that quantity. When, like, if I spent a certain amount of money, I don't even care about it. It's a non-event. It's like a nothing amount. What is that amount for you in rupees, where you spend that money and it doesn't bother you, it doesn't affect your life, it doesn't affect your relationship with your wife or girlfriend, it doesn't affect your the way you live, it doesn't affect your bank account? What is that number?
So it depends on the situation.
No, but there's a number. Now there's a number at which you say, that won't affect my life if I spend that money. There is a number, any number. It won't affect your life.
Maybe 5,000.
Okay.
5,000.
All right. Now, do you know how much a business class trip costs? Where do you want to go? From where to where?
International.
International. So,
USA, destination USA.
Okay, so New York. So I just bought a business class ticket. We own a travel company, so I just bought a client a business class ticket. My wife just wrote a business class ticket last week from Boston to Delhi to Boston. Okay, Boston, Bombay, Boston, same. New York, Bombay, Boston, same. It's like the same thing. So the ticket cost, usually it's about 9,000 US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are in the travel business, we got it for $3,400.
Mm-hmm.
That is less than half. Now, $3,400 is 70 is 2,10,000, and 4 7 are 28, 2,38,000 rupees. Okay, roughly. That's at a good price, huh? But if you cannot get a good price, it's more like 7 lakhs
Mm-hmm.
for business class.
Correct.
From Mumbai, New York, Mumbai.
Yeah.
Now, when 7 lakhs becomes like 5,000, you'll buy your business class ticket and not worry.
No, definitely not. I'll worry. I have the option of
So
saving
now
money,
you have
right?
to make that money, so that 7 lakhs is like 5,000 today for you.
Okay. Then
That
definitely
answer your question?
Yeah, got it.
Good.
I'll be making
So
that
you
much
have
money.
a tall order.
Yeah.
You have to make a lot of money. And I encourage you, this business, I actually will certify this. I cannot promise you the results, but I will certify that if you do what you need to do, business class will be like 5,000 rupees today for you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But like Harsha said, you're going to go through a lot of struggles to get there. Don't fear struggle. Fear failure. Don't fear struggle.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
All right, Amit.
Yeah,
Pleasure talking to you.
So thank you so much, Leo. Shall we name this today's session as Take It to the Max?
Yes. And Rashmi is smiling, so she has something to say. I know she has something to say.
एक्चुअली what Shiva said ना कि आज भगवान बात कर रहे हैं, तो इवन आई वाज when you were answering, I was thinking कि yes, आज ये ऊपर वाला ही कुछ आ गए आपके रूप में और हमसे बात कर रहे हैं वो.
Today you are different.
Yes.
I don't know. Every day I'm different. My wife tells me that.
But we are listening you
Yes.
after a month, more than month.
Uh,
Leo, you are the same. We are changing.
that's true.
That's true.
That is 100%. 100%. All right. Anybody else? Before we say good night, somebody who wants to say something?
Thank you. Thank you, Leo.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Leo, for the wisdom. Been so many years.
I think Suvarna and Deepak, your internet connection is slightly off.
एक कॉल आया था जस्ट
अच्छा,
कॉल करेंगे.
okay.
Thank you, Leo. Thanks a lot. God is there, and we pray the God for the wisdom. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Leo. Take it to the max. And good night and have a great day ahead, Leo. Thank you so much. And
Good night.